Lois Griffin has made it through 20 plus years with her dim-witted husband Peter, who's been playing their marriage like one of his cutaway jokes. We've seen everything from nearly shoplifting to outright shooting her. But here's what will surprise you. Even Peter has his limits. Today, we're tallying up instances where Lois Griffin overstepped so badly that any sane person would have been dialing a divorce attorney at lightning speed. Public humiliation, outright betrayal. We've got examples that'll have you scratching your head, asking how this marriage is a thing. Some are just plain nuts, and number one is a total relationship catastrophe. Hit that subscribe button because we're dropping cartoon chaos every week. Let's dive into the Griffin family drama. 8. Season 4, Episode 14. PTV. Peter creates his unedited TV station after becoming fed up with network censorship, one of his most genuinely groundbreaking pursuits. For once, Peter's battling for something he cares about: freedom of speech. When the FCC shows up to shut him down, who's leading the charge? Lois literally enters with government agents like she's busting up her husband's hopes and dreams. She's collaborating with federal regulators, essentially serving as a snitch on her own husband's company. The expression of betrayal on Peter's face when he finds his wife helping to tear down his passion project is truly devastating. Instead of trying to understand where he was coming from, Lois bulldozed him. That's not a marriage. That's sabotage with a ring. Picture your spouse reporting your business to the feds. That's divorce attorney territory right there. 7. Season 6, Episode 6. Padre de Familia. Peter discovers he's Mexican and tries to get into his newfound heritage in a big way. He goes overboard with the stereotypes, but that's Peter being Peter. If your husband is that excited to learn about his cultural heritage, perhaps don't act like he's lost his mind. Lois dismisses Peter's Mexican pride as a shameful phase, making jokes and dismissing everything important to him emotionally at every turn. No encouragement, no interest, no respect for Peter's self-discovery process. This double standard is insane. If Peter were making fun of Lois's heritage, the house would be destroyed. But Lois can do it, and we're all just supposed to laugh. Have you ever reflected, wow, I'm married to somebody who mocks my culture? Yeah, that's reason enough to break up. 6. Season 3, Episode 1. The Thin White Line. Brian becomes a drug-sniffing dog, and Peter gets sucked into the celebrity world. But the truly screwed up part is that Lois goads him into all this mayhem. She's experiencing the excitement of attention, fame, and the high life vicariously and urging Peter to indulge. She actively encourages him to attend parties, meet stars, and live it up while the getting's good. Lois is basking in every second of being alongside fame and wealth. But when it all comes crashing down spectacularly, who gets blamed? Peter. Lois is shocked, playing the innocent bystander. She reaped all the benefits, then tossed him under the bus when things got tough. Typical Lois move. Ride the good times, blame the driver when you crash. 5. Season 9, Episode 4. Halloween on Spooner Street. Peter engages in a Halloween prank war with Joe and Quagmire, normal neighborhood hilarity that ought to be innocent fun between friends. Rather than defend her husband or remain neutral, Lois actively decides to humiliate Peter publicly by taking his friend's side against him. The show depicts Lois assisting Joe and Quagmire in plotting pranks on Peter, turning friendly rivalry into a concerted effort against her own husband. This is a basic violation of trust. Your partner is meant to have your back, particularly in social groups. The pained expression on Peter's face when he realizes his wife is actively plotting against him reflects the betrayal here. You're not even going to stand up for your husband? She can do whatever she wants because it's Peter Griffin, the special guy. 4. Season 11, Episode 17. Big Fat. Peter vanishes in the Canadian wilderness and is presumed dead after some time with no word. This is serious business. A husband and father who has disappeared. Any decent wife would be heartbroken, right? Not Lois. She recovers suspiciously quickly. When Peter miraculously appears alive, having survived whatever the wilderness threw at him, rather than tears of relief or joy, Lois appears annoyed, as if his return is inconvenient to her new opportunities. The guy survived being lost in the woods, likely fending off wild beasts and cold, and his wife's response is essentially, "Oh, you're back. Great." That's not love. That's what you would say to a roommate you can't stand. 3. Season 9, Episode 11. German Guy. Peter tries to help Chris discover interests and becomes involved with Franz, a creep with Nazi memorabilia. Peter's judgment isn't great here, but Lois completely ignores warning signs and then complains about Peter when everything goes wrong. She had plenty of chances to intervene or say something, yet she allows Peter to rush headlong into catastrophe so that later she can say, "I told you so." That's not being right. That's manipulative. It's as if Lois allows Peter to fail so she can feel superior afterward. It's like she's saying, "You know, Peter, I don't like to say I told you so for trusting random German guys, but yeah, in your face." 2. Season 10, Episode 5. Back to the pilot. Due to time travel hijinks, Peter gains foreknowledge of 9/11 and attempts to stop it. You'd think stopping thousands of innocent deaths would be good, right? Not in Lois's view. She's upset because stopping the disaster would destroy their timeline and potentially their personal life. Let that sink in. Peter is attempting to prevent innocent people from a terrible disaster, and Lois is mad because it could impact how things turn out for them personally. Even after he explains why, she's more worried about how it affects her than the greater good. That level of selfishness is staggering. Sorry, Lois, but thousands of lives being spared trumps your personal schedule problems. 1. Season 4, Episode 1. North by North Quahog. Here's the worst moment that should have finished the Griffin marriage once and for all. Peter and Lois share a second honeymoon to bring back romance, a nice gesture indicating Peter is making an effort in their relationship. But rather than connecting with her husband, Lois openly flirts with Mel Gibson right in front of Peter during their romantic weekend getaway. This isn't subtle talk or harmless friendliness. This is blatantly batting eyelashes and making it obvious she's got a thing for another man while on their anniversary vacation. The disrespect is astonishing, and Peter's pain is sad to see. But it gets worse. Peter saves Lois from Gibson's compound, putting his own life in danger to get her out of harm's way. He goes full action hero mode to save her. How does she repay him for this rescue? By blaming him for the whole mess. In Lois's warped head, if Peter had been more romantic to begin with, she never would have been tempted by Gibson. So somehow, both her outright adultery and the life and death situation that resulted are both Peter's fault. You shamelessly flirt with another man on your anniversary trip, your husband risks his life to get you out of a jam, and it's still his fault? That's psychological manipulation dressed up as couples therapy. The look on Peter's face when she turns this nightmare on him is devastating. He saved his wife from danger, and she found a way to make him the villain. And there you have it. 8 examples of Lois Griffin breaking boundaries that would have most people speeding to divorce lawyers faster than Peter Griffin can say, "Holy crap!" That Mel Gibson incident wins the prize for most divorce-worthy moments. Flirting with another man on your anniversary trip, having to be rescued by your husband who risks his life, and then blaming him for everything? That's complete relationship destruction. What was your tipping point? Would you be team divorce or team dysfunctional but it works? Sound off in the comments below. I want to know where you fall on this Griffin drama. If you liked this plunge into cartoon marriage mayhem, smash that like button, subscribe for more cartoon deconstructions, and hit that notification bell. Keep it here, Griffin fans!